welcome back everyone, welcome back. We have returned with, of course, ESL Open Cup Asia 241 with the second round, with our second series of the day. We missed out on NXZ versus Creator. Unfortunately, that series did conclude as we were wrapping up our series, and now we are jumping into the quarterfinals. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on how you think the series will unfold. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player from land of South Korea representing Blacklist International. It is Creator. Again, predictions are open. They're going to close in a minute or so place your bets while you can as we are entering the quarterfinals. As a reminder, the winner moves on to the semis, most likely to face off against Rogue, but we'll see if an upset does occur. Other results have been coming in. They've been trickling in. Nightmare did advance on into next round. Firefly advanced on as well. The bracket is progressing quite nicely, and we're here to follow it to its conclusion. Let's go, baby, let's go. For now, we are going to be following HonMonO, now up against one of the best Protoss players in South Korea in the world. Creator was barely shy of making it into EWC, was so very close to making it in the end, was barely not able to, but is at least here to compete in the ESL Open Cup. And we'll see if Creator can redeem himself here. Again, he is one of the big favorites to make a deep run. Big favorite, big favorite. Meanwhile, back at home, double gas opener, double gas out of HonMonO, going for a Rax into Factory, delayed CC from our Red Terran player, and HonMonO is known for a couple different things. I apologize for not being able to dive into that in the previous series. I was otherwise preoccupied, and there was some stuttering going on, and I was still waking up, but now we can talk about the players. HonMonO, if you're maybe unfamiliar, he's a very aggressive player. He's living in Japan, he's from South Korea, and he is the most aggressive Terran player in all of South Korea. Maybe a better way of putting it, the cheesiest Terran in South Korea. That wasn't really shown too much in the last series. We saw HonMonO pull the boys at one point and go for an all-in, but that's what he's known for. That's his forte, is two base all-ins, time and time again against Protoss players. And we saw some macro out of HonMonO against Azura, but I imagine he was a little bit more confident against Azura as a player. Against Creator, I imagine we're going to be spicing it up that much more. I'm hoping, at least. It's what we want, but Probe Scout gets denied. Reaper's moving out across the map, or at least looking to try to gain map control. We do see the Adeptus being active. We do see the Creator is attempting to slip by, but will pull away as HonMonO moves out with initial Reaper Hellion. And what is that on the production tab? Continued Reaper Hellion production. We're getting up to 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. Not an insane army, but an aggressive force nonetheless. The goal here is to break into the natural, to try to get into a mineral line, and to get some economic damage done. For now, though, we have yet to pull the trigger. We're waiting for reinforcements, and Creator is in position with our first 2 Adepts. We are in position. Alas, they're going to be keeping up. We get eyes on the Reaper Hellion. Creator taking the defensive stance. We have some SimCity. Shield battery is done. Overcharge available. And the army is pushed back. And behind this, we're getting to our 3-1-1 setup. Tank production has begun. This doesn't look like the beginnings of a 2-base all-in. The starport is earlier than normal, so it looks like we're just setting up in towards the mid-game. HonMonO is going to be dipping in. Tabs on Creator. Ooh, 1 Reaper goes down. Nice pickup. Here it does initially shut him down. And so far, Creator is keeping up. HonMonO yet to dive in. Behind this, we see it's a Blink-based opener. Twilight Council is done. Blink is on the way. And we're getting into a 4-gate setup. Oh my god, Creator going to be the aggressor here. I'm used to him being a little bit more defensive. I'm used to Creator being a little bit more passive, getting into a 3rd base, being more defensive overall. But with a 4-gate Blink setup, Creator is going to be the aggressor. He's going to break out and move out across the map. Again, 2 gateways to the natural, 2 gateways in the main base, 4 in total. This is designed to move out across the map and get some damage done. This is not an all-in. Creator should expand behind this, but it's going to be a much later expansion for Creator. We're focusing on Warp Pins and waiting for the Warp Prism. Here we go, the Warp Prism has arrived. We're moving out across the map. HonMonO likewise pulling back. Taking defensive stance. We have one tank on the low ground. We have a tank on the high ground as well. We have a Banshee-based opener out of HonMonO. Okay. Banshee is going to be zooming across the map. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he does miss the move out, I believe. Uh-oh. HonMonO still trying to set up. Getting Banshee across the map. HonMonO was able to confirm the gateway count. Oh, that was actually pretty huge. He saw both gateways in the main. He saw every single gateway. He is ready for the 4 gate. Back at home, well, we'll be able to delay the expansion for a moment. But we'll be punished for it. We'll be punished. Prism gets across the map. Likewise, Banshee into the main. And the Marines are keeping up. Now, without Stim, we can't really punish this too much. As you can see here, we can just float away. Or fly away, even. Meanwhile, Banshee, does get a pylon, but doesn't get into the main. And we blink on forward. There is no cloak. Oh, the Banshee goes down. Massive pick off. Aye. The Banshee does fall. And even though Creator didn't get much damage done, Creator didn't lose much. That's what's important. Creator shuts down the Banshee, takes the 3rd base, did force his defensive stance out of HonMonO, and is still being active with those Stalkers. Oh. Still being active. Slowly taking an economic lead. HonMonO likewise moving out. Catching out the Hellion Banshee, or Hellion Lib. Hellion Reaper. I'm happy. I'm still very tired. We're getting there. And from here, Creator's just backing off and building up towards Storm. We have High Templar morphing in, Storm on the way as well. And really, we're just waiting for HonMonO's move out. Waiting for him to break out, to try either expand or commit to an all-in. Creator's lying in wait. We do Stim away, or we do Blink away, sorry. As the tanks do unseason, do we pull the boys? Not quite yet, but that's a lot of tanks. Oh my god. That is going to be 6 tanks, and there we go. I was waiting for it. The boys are being pulled. It is going to be 2 base all in. The Observer does see everything. The Observer does confirm. Creator is aware. So far doing a great job of slowing this down. Baiting out Stims, picking away the Marines. One Stalker gets picked off. We have Storm! We have Storm! Oh my god, and a massive connection! We stand in the Storms! The tanks are strong, but again, they're still barely not within range. Tanks are pushing forward. We do have 2 more Storms available. At least 2. HonMonO slowly making his way forward. We have the eBay on the way to create some SimCity. Likewise, the boys still here to tank some shots. But that is still 6 tanks. Yeah, big tank volleys going off, and you can see Creator trying to collapse on the army. Good Storm on the right-hand side. Very nice Storm. Likewise, Storm on the buy. Oh my god, the Storms are insane. We take down the Prism. Well, the Storms are solid. We have 1 left. And it looks like we do pull the trigger. Yeah, Storms get thrown down. We're collapsing on the tanks, and it looks like Creator will clean this up. I mean, I say that we're getting stuck on the SimCity there. We're getting stuck on the eBay. So a bit of an awkward engagement here from Creator, but he will get on top of the tanks. At the same time, the Immortal will survive. We get within range of the shield battery. GG gets called, and Creator takes game number 1. GG. Let's go. GG, well played. Creator will take the first game here. HonMonO was holding his own. If you remember, HonMonO, he was able to scout and confirm the 4-gate blink. HonMonO was able to survive it as well, able to defend, and did eventually commit to his 2-base all-in. Unfortunately for HonMonO, there was an Observer that saw everything. The Observer confirmed everything that was going on. Creator did confirm the move out and the boys being pulled, so he was able to slow down the army. He already had Storm completed. Storm was rushed out. Instead of going into Colossus, we had a Storm response instead at a Creator, and it was ready just in time, and the Storms were brutal. They were very, very nicely placed, and HonMonO, He took the storms to the face. He there was some brutal storms there. And with that, Creator takes the lead, but we'll see if HonMonO can bounce back. We shall see. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our red Terran player, our South Korean Terran, representing Team Hyper 1 down to the series, looking to bounce back. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Blacklist International, leading the series 1-0. It is Creator. Go. And HonMonO, if at first you don't succeed, try even harder. He's gonna scout Creator! Oh my god! I mean, HonMonO has a reputation for being a cheesy player, and he will be scouted. Creator is all over this. HonMonO has been spotted. This was initially going to be a proxy 2 racks, and we force a cancel. Oof, that is a rough start here for HonMonO. I mean, at least he cancels early on, but still, this was a big commitment, and HonMonO's early game is going to be heavily delayed here by Creator. Meanwhile, a massive shout out to Watch Lulu. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session, I'm assuming. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And welcome to ESL Open Cup Asia. Welcome, Pappy. Welcome. Oh. Here we go. As from here, Creator, he's in a dominant position. Again, I mentioned before that HonMonO is the cheesiest Terran player in all of South Korea, and Creator is aware of that, of course. He has a reputation, does scout ahead of time, does shut him down, and we'll see how HonMonO transitions. I imagine we're going to be leading to a 2-base all-in. I mean, I say that just because that's what he's known for. After the initial failed proxy, you could argue that maybe we've stumbled a little bit too much and it might be worth turtling and getting to a 3rd base and getting to a longer game. We'll see what we go for. For now, we expand, 2nd racks on the way. This could be the beginning of a 3 racks. We'll see. Do we go up to 3 or do we go for a factory? That is what I am curious about. We go. So now it is going to be a Twilight Council opener out of Creator. Do have our Twilight Council on the way. Going to be for Blink, I imagine. Likewise, across the map, we have a bunker on the high ground. And yep, we have confirmation that is going to be the factory, not the 3rd racks. So it's going to be a 2-1-1 once again, similar to what we saw against Azura. From the side of HonMonO. The Deperkian bunker should finish up. Second Dep has arrived, and do we get a Marine? We do not! HonMonO holds. HonMonO does hold, HonMonO does defend. And interesting. Okay, once again, Creator's being the aggressor. Game 1, Creator went for 4-gate Blink. Game number 2, Creator is going for a Dark Shrine. Once again, not something I was quite expecting. But Creator is going to be assertive himself instead, is going for a DT-based opener. I mean, it makes sense considering the game state. Checking the vision here, Creator did get eyes on the 2nd expansion, on the 2nd CC. So is aware it's not going to be a 1-base all-in, but despite that, because of the opener, we're going to be muling quite heavily, right? Like, HonMonO, his goal here, he's going to have to mule as hard as he can. He's going to be holding onto scans. Oh, he's not going to be holding onto scan energy, and that means that DT is going to be that much more effective. As the Adept does threaten a shade. The Adept, I believe, saw the production. Checking, we got eyes on the factory at least. Not quite on the starport. The War Prism is here. DTs are warping in. We do have some NG in the main, likewise here at the natural as well. HonMonO is going to be moving out, is spotted by the Adepts. And as HonMonO moves out with his 2-on-1, we have DTs getting into the main. And DT does waddle in, does hit the natural. Likewise, 2 in the main base. SCVs are going down. Oh my god! We're getting 10 SCV kills. We do have a scan. We get 1 Dark Templar in the natural. But there's still 2 more DTs, and we're going for the tank. We don't quite get it. Hop pick up. Tank is saved. And we force out another scan. This time we save the Dark Templar. GG. GG gets called as we save the DTs, and Creator, he will take the series 2-0 in style, advancing on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. Creator will take the series here 2-0 and advance on. My condolences to HonMonO, but again, that was a wild series out of Creator. Again, playing in a way that we don't typically expect him to. Creator is usually more of a mid-game oriented player, but here against HonMonO, Creator was a lot more assertive. And again, I do feel like a big part of that was because of the reputation that HonMonO has. Creator, it feels like he wanted to kind of cut him off, or just kind of be in his face while he could, and kind of disrupt the build of HonMonO, and was quite successful. Very successful. GG. GG, well played. Creator does advance on, and do we have an opponent ready and waiting? Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. Let's hop on over and have a look at that bracket. And we do have an opponent.